Welcome. Aha. Weary traveler, you are not lost. No, and your new face. Haha, new face. Welcome. You're not lost. You're not lost. As a matter of fact, you are so fucking weird that you were kicked out of Bizarro World. You got so scared, you passed the Twilight Zone. And then, bam, fork in the road.
I love it. You guys are so great.
And then you took the right and rolled right into the only building. I think there's a cat outside. Anyway, watch for the cat fight outside of the most offensive church this side of the universe. The party pin. Welcome. Hey, cousin, welcome. And what we do here in this most amazing place is we read this great ass book. It's called God Said. Because God did not fucking say that. I am going to tell you what God did say. So, come along. We're going to find out. There's going to be a good time. So, while you come in, I will tell you. Moses is in the middle of telling himself they already know. Well, that they already should know because he told it to them days on end a couple days ago. Hey, CNA, I need to tell you. You asked me the other day if I needed glasses. The answer to that is yes and no. Not really, because I see double. You know, I have my screws my screws knocked loose. I see double. You see my eyes all, this eye's all fucked up. So now I see two of everything. So I got to keep one eye closed sometimes. So everyone, welcome. Say hello to our new person, whoever it is, the lost traveler. Give them a round of applause and welcome them when you see them. So Moses is just going through shit he's already went through. So if that sounds like fun to you, come this way. I have the 6 C's for whatever time it is where you are. I have cannabis, cigarettes, coffee, chairs with your name on it, cat beds, and canine space. Oh, somebody also has a bird. So control your animals. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. Now, come this way and get comfy. I got a fucking story to tell you. So, everyone, welcome. What is everybody drinking? I'm drinking coffee and tonic water with quinine. It's zero sugar tonic water. Not exactly sure. But the tonic water is good for it's an antiviral. Quinine is an antiviral. And it's good to help stave viruses off. And if you have a virus, drink some, it'll help heal you faster. That's what I've been doing since the Koofy Koof 10+9. I've been drinking quinine because it's an antiviral. And the Koofy Koof is a virus. Also, lemon tea. Yeah, you should do both. But anyway, I want to welcome everybody and I want to tell you press like and subscribe because here we go. Chicken cock bourbon. I didn't know chickens had penises. Do chickens have penises? No. How do you even have that? I'm so confused. Mm. Okay. I don't know what's happening. We're going to go to chapter 28. Moses is continuing on this. Hold on. 20, 30, 31, 30. We got like 6 or 7 chapters left. Now it shall come to pass if you diligently obey the voice of the Lord your God to observe carefully all his commandments, which I command you today, that the Lord your God will set you high above all nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you because you obey the voice of God. Blessed shall you be in the city and in your country. Blessed shall be the fruit of your body and the produce of your ground and the increase of your herds, the increase of your cattle, and the offspring of your flocks. Blessed shall be your basket and your kneading bowl. Blessed shall you be when you come in and go out. The Lord will cause your enemies to rise against you, to be defeated before your face. They shall come out against you one way and flee before you 7 ways. The Lord will command the blessing on you in your storehouses and all you set your hand. He will bless you in the land which the Lord your God is giving you. The Lord will establish you as a holy people to himself, just as he has sworn to you. If you keep the commandments of the Lord your God and walk in his ways, then all the people of the earth shall see you are called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of you. And the Lord will grant you plenty of goods, and the fruit of your body, and the increase of your livestock, and the produce of your ground, in the land of which the Lord swore to your fathers to give you. The Lord will open to you his good treasure, the heavens, to give you the rain on your land in its season, and to bless. Oh my God, how long is this? Oh my God, this is so long. This is so long. Hey Neil, how are you? Welcome. Oh man. I'm so happy to see you guys. You have no idea. This chapter is so long for no reason. You guys are so fun. Okay, I'm done admiring all of you beautiful people. I'm gonna go and read this thing. So, wait, God said, what? To give rain to you in its season, to bless all the work of your hand. You shall lend to many nations, but you shall not borrow, except from America. The money and the weapons. We pay you money to buy our weapons. It's crazy. It seems like a money laundering thing, but I don't know how things work, but I'm pretty sure you borrow money from America all the time. But you're not supposed to do that. But don't worry, you give us our money back to buy guns, but I'm sure, I am absolutely sure we don't sell you the same amount of guns as the money you borrowed, though. Something like that. If there's something like that. Shall not borrow. Damn it. You shall not borrow. And the Lord will make you head and not tail. You shall be above only and not beneath. If you heed the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you today, and are careful to observe them, so you shall not turn aside from any of the words which I command you this day, to the right or the left, to go after other gods and serve them. Yeah, but they like the way baby tastes, though. They have to, right? Yeah, it's something like that, isn't it? It is. Okay. I'm listening. But it shall come to pass, if you do not obey the voice of the Lord, to observe carefully all his commandments and his statutes, which I command today, that that all these curses will come upon you and overtake you. So let's see. I'm raising a glass to people too. I'm raising a glass to you people, my 25-pound mega plane. Oh, speaking of my mega plane, Thursday we're gonna do the Amber Heard stream, and I got a guest. She's not as wild as me, but she's prettier than me. Yeah. So we're gonna have a guest on Thursday for the Amber Heard stream. Okay. So this is all the curses. We get to curse people, not on purpose, but actually. This is only if they don't obey. This will be their curse. So it's gonna be like fucking 5 pages long. This shit is too much. Okay. Cursed shall be your basket and your kneading bowl. Cursed shall be the fruit of your body and the produce of your land, the increase of your cattle and the offspring of your flock. Cursed shall you be when you come in and go out. The Lord will send on you cursing, confusion, and rebuke, and all the work of your hand to do, until you are destroyed, until you perish quickly, because of the wickedness in your doings in which you have forsaken me. The Lord will make the plague cling to you until he has consumed you from the land which you are going to possess. The Lord will strike you with consumption, with fever, with inflammation, severe burning fever, with the sword, the scorching, and with mildew. They shall pursue you until you perish. And your heavens, which are over your head, shall be bronze, and the earth which is under you, iron. The Lord will change the rain to powder and dust. From the heaven it shall come down on you until you are destroyed. The Lord will cause you to be defeated before your enemies. You shall go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them. And you shall become troublesome to all the kingdoms of the earth. But they'll completely ignore it and call you anti Semitic if you point it out. Because anti Semitism is some made up bullshit that these people decided will be their new N word. Because that word is also not offensive if you're not a bitch. If you are not bitch made all day, those words don't hurt feelings. So if that word hurts people's feelings, they're probably bitch made. Just say. Anyway, your carcass shall be food for the birds of the air and the beasts of the earth, and no one shall frighten them away. The Lord will strike you with boils of Egypt, tumors, scabs, scabies, with the itch from which cannot be healed. Oh, yeah, that's scabies. The Lord will strike you with madness and blindness and confusion of heart. And then all of a sudden, science says men can be women. Yeah. No, look, if you chop off your pecker, you can be a woman. No, those aren't really eunuchs. Those are women. They just don't know it. Science says you can be a woman. So just be a woman. It's not confusion. No. Just take these pills and shut up. It's a good time. And you shall grope at noonday as a blind man gropes in darkness. You shall not prosper in your ways. You shall be only oppressed and plundered continually, and no one shall save you. No, it's that word again. They'll always get saved because everybody will feel totally ugly on the inside because their word is so bad. How is it anti Semitic if it's true? I will never understand that. You shall betroth a wife, but another man will lie with her. Yeah, but why though? Have you seen her nose? Look, stop. You shall build a house, but you shall not dwell in it. You shall plant a vineyard, but shall not gather its grapes. Your ox will be slaughtered before your eyes, but you shall not eat of it. Your donkey shall be violently taken away from before you, and shall not be restored to you. Your sheep shall be given to your enemies, and you shall have no one to rescue them. Your sons and your daughters will be given to another people, and your eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. Yeah. And there shall be no strength in your hand. A nation whom you have not known shall eat the fruit of your land and the produce of your labor. Oh, that's Babylon. And Babylon, that's Babylon. And you shall be only oppressed and crushed continually. You shall be driven mad because of the sight of you which your eyes see. And then you'll make up a book and you'll cling to that book like it's real life. The Lord will strike you in the knees and on the legs with severe boils which cannot be healed, from the sole of your foot to the top of your head. Now, he only does that to lie. Well, I mean, metaphorically, he did do this to them a bunch of times, but not exactly physically, you know? It was like metaphorically drowning you in shit. The Lord will bring you and the kingdom whom you set over you to a nation neither you nor your fathers have known, and it'll be called Babylon. and there you shall serve other gods, wood and stone. And then you'll rate the book that you cling to and pretend is real life. That goes with the Bible. There's no fucking book that goes with the Bible. There's a book y'all made up in captivity. Quit it. You shall become, and you shall become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among nations, where the Lord will drive you. Oh, you're going to become a word, all right. And it's going to make everybody feel bad. Look, stop it. Oh, God. Okay. Where am I at? And you will be at the top of your head. Okay. So, what do you guys think so far? Because this is the only chapter we're going to be able to do today. We're not even, we're about halfway done. So, what do you guys think so far? Is my microphone working? I never checked to see if my microphone was working. I should have probably checked that a long time ago. Mm. You guys take so long to think. That's not what I want. Okay. I'm going to keep going. Okay. You shall carry much seed out to the field, but gather little in, for the locust shall consume it. You shall plant vineyards and tend to them, but you will not drink of it or gather the grapes, because the worms gonna eat them. You shall have olive trees throughout your territory, but you are not gonna anoint yourself with the oil, for your olive shall drop off. You shall beget sons and daughters, but they're not gonna be yours, because they're gonna go into captivity, and locusts will consume all your trees and all your produce. Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay, cool. Thank you. Hi, Debs. Welcome. Can I just, hi. I'm so happy. Man, I'm as happy as a loon smoking crack right now. You guys make my life. Where am I at? Okay, right here. The alien who is among you shall rise higher and higher above you, and you shall come down lower and lower. It's going to be the great replacement. This is the ancient great replacement. That's how it's going to work. The Democrat playbook, man. Telling you. He shall lend to you, but you shall not lend to him. He shall be the head and you the tail. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon you and pursue and overtake you until you are destroyed, because you did not obey the voice of the Lord your God to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded you. And they shall be upon you for a sign and a wonder, and on your descendants forever. Dun, dun, dun. Because you did not serve the Lord your God with joy and gladness of heart for the abundance of everything. Therefore, you will serve your enemies, whom the Lord will send against you, in hunger and thirst and nakedness, in need of everything. And he will put a yoke of iron on your neck until he has destroyed you. The Lord will bring a nation against you from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies, a nation whose language you will not understand, a nation that they're going to write a song about in Babylon. Okay, never mind. A nation of fierce continents, which does not respect the elderly, nor show the favor to the young, and they shall eat the increase of your livestock and the produce of your land until you are destroyed. They shall not leave you grain, wine, or oil, or the increase of your cattle or your flock until they have destroyed you. No, what he's saying is you're going to plant a vineyard, but then something's going to destroy it, and then you're not going to have any. So you're going to plant this thinking you're going to have some, but because you fucked around, you get no wine. The Bible should be named Fuck Around and Find Out. Okay, I swear. We've got 1 and a third page left. Okay. They shall besiege you at all your gates until your high and fortified walls, which you trust, come down throughout all your land. And they shall besiege you. Shut up. Don't do that. Oh my God. I almost dropped my microphone on my coffee. That's bad. Okay. They shall besiege you at all your gates until your high and fortified walls, in which you trust, come down throughout all your land, and they shall besiege you at all your gates throughout your land, which God has given you. You shall eat the fruit of your own body, the flesh of your sons and your daughters, whom the Lord your God has given you, in the siege and desperate straits, which your enemies shall distress you. The sensitive and very refined man among you will be hostile toward his brother, towards the wife of his bosom, and toward the rest of his children, whom he leaves behind. So he will not give any of them. So pretty much it's going to be so desperate that a man will even hide his children from his wife so he can eat them himself. So everybody else will starve, but he can eat the children. This happens, and it happens. There's a whole thing about it. Just wait. Because the king gets all mad and he's wearing a t-shirt diaper and he gets all naked. It's a thing. And then everybody's like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, it's a thing. Okay. The tender and delicate woman among you, who would not venture to set the sole of her foot on the ground because of her delicateness and sensitivity, were refused to the husband of her bosom, and her son and her daughter, her placenta, which comes out from between her feet. Oh my God. So this woman's gonna get pregnant just to eat the baby and the placenta, but she's gonna hide it from everybody else and she's gonna do it herself. Moses is telling them, if you fuck around, you are gonna find out in the most horrible way ever. These people are cannibals from day one. Terrible. If you do not carefully observe all the words of this law written in this book, that you may fear his glorious and awesome name.
Ooh, Nana, what's my name? Ooh, Nana, what's my name? What's my name? What's my name? The Lord God is my name, is my name, is my name. Fucking right it is. Uh, uh. Yeah, man. Moses has to shut up eventually. Do I have to read any more of this? Listen, we need to have a conversation. None of this matters. Oh, it probably does matter. Even though these motherfuckers don't follow these rules ever. But, I mean, the vampires in this book don't follow these rules. Man, can we talk about this? It's almost over. Yeah, that's what it's called. Long pork. It's the other white meat.
Um, I don't like pork. Huh. I'm terrified of pork. Okay. Why? Why? I I don't want to read this. Okay. We're reading it. Shut up. I'm reading it. Okay. Then the Lord your God will bring upon you and your descendants extraordinary plagues, great and prolonged plagues, and serious and prolonged sicknesses. Moreover, he will bring back on you all the diseases of Egypt of which you were afraid, and they shall cling to you. Also, every sickness, every plague which is not written in this book of the law, the Lord will bring upon you until you are destroyed. You shall be left few in number, whereas you were as the stars of heaven in multitude, because you would not obey the voice of the Lord your God. And it shall be that just as the Lord rejoiced over you, to do you good and multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over destroying you and bringing you to nothing, and you shall be plucked from the land which you go to possess. Then the Lord will scatter you among the people from one end to the other, and there you shall serve other gods, which neither you nor your fathers have known, wood and stone. And among those nations you shall find no rest, nor for the sole of your foot will have a resting place. But there the Lord will give you a trembling heart, failing eyes, anguish of soul. Your life shall hang in a doubt before you. You shall fear day and night and have no assurance of life. In the morning you shall say, oh, if it were evening, and evening, man, I wish it were morning, because the fear which terrifies your heart, and because of the sight of which your eyes see. And the Lord will take you back to Egypt in ships by the way which I have said to you. You shall never see it again, and there you shall be offered for sale to your enemies as male and female slaves, but no one will buy you. Yeah, because you're pieces of vampires. Anyway, that was one whole fucking chapter, man. 37 minutes of one whole chapter. Hey, cousin. I have some bacon in there right now. Dustin cooked it. So what's everybody thinking about? Hi, cousin. Ooh, damn. Thinking about food. Well, what are you having? No. Oh, sweet. These stories are wild. Just, we haven't even got to the wildest stories. This isn't even stories, bullshit ass rules that for some reason we have to read. But just wait till we get into the stories, man. The stories is where it's at. Yeah. Oh, well, speaking of pork, we were just talking about long pork. Damn. I had cigarettes. I know I did. And now I don't know where they. Hold on, because I forgot today was Thursday. Let me make this phone call real quick. we're supposed to have a guest today. So I'm going to call her. I forgot. I bet she forgot too.
Hello.
Hey. I mean, I'm on a live stream right now. I just finished my Bible video, so come watch this white girl be stupid.
Fuck, they're not going. Hold on 1 second. Oh no, it's there. Okay. Sorry, I was designing something for somebody's Twitch and Discord channel. Hey, let me know if you have any graphics and shit.
I would love if we could do something with my Bible shit. Anyway,
Yes.
hey, come on here and make fun of this white chick with me.
I'm like, that's where I sound on the creative side. Like, being in front of the camera, I get embarrassed, I get shy, I get all types of shit. You just gotta keep going. I'm like, man, I'm crazy now.
Alright, well, let me get the Amber Heard shit set up. I'll send you the link.
Alright, give me do I have 20 minutes?
Yeah, love you.
Okay, love you.
Bye. Yay, we got a guest. Yay, and we're doing some Amber Heard. What do you guys think? We're getting over the human currency. That becomes not so prevalent. Pretty soon that's not going to be really a thing. But what do you guys think about staying a little bit longer for my guest and the Amber Heard thing? Send it on Twitter. Man. Look. I'm going big. Going all kinds of big, guys. And it's your guys. You guys are doing it for me, and I appreciate it. Man, the last time I messaged her was almost a fucking month ago. Huh. With the Discord link that she never got to. Okay. She said give her, 20 minutes? So, what can we talk about for 20 minutes? Why don't we play Ask the Sage a Question? We have 20 minutes of me trying to explain myself. Go. I am Nikki K. I think I'll be 40 in November. I am from this great ass place outside of Detroit at 8.5 and John R. called Hazel Park, like 5 streets from 8 Mile. I'm completely out of my mind. I've been out of my mind. Yeah. let's play Sage Q&A. Hey, Feather, welcome. We have a guest today. Yeah. Oh, what am I doing? I'm going over here. Here. Okay. Okay. Wait. I'm trying to make sure we get to the right part. Okay. I think we're at the right part. Okay. Okay. All right, Miss Muddy. Okay. Everybody's moving too fast. Is it possible the material creator is simulating the universe? I don't know. That's a good question. It doesn't seem like it, though. I already read that. What got me interested in the Old Testament? Well, the Q movement was question everything. So I was questioning everything. And then I got banned from politics and kicked out of my house a lot of times. So I'm not allowed to do politics. So then I started hearing people talking about the Bible and just misinterpreting it on purpose. So then I started reading the Old Testament. Turns out it's the funniest book on the fucking planet. It is the best book ever. And I have not stopped reading it in 5 years. And it's only the Old Testament. I don't like the New Testament. I don't believe the New Testament. Everything, the story of Jesus is different to me than the New Testament. The story of Jesus is the epitome of those clown faces, the comedy and tragedy faces. That whole book is the epitome of that clown. Like, it's hilarious, but it's horrible and it makes you cry. Makes you laugh so hard and cry so hard. That Anyway, I know you didn't ask about the New Testament thing, but that's why the Old Testament. Hi, Feather. We're getting ready for the Amber Heard thing. Um, Wait. we're getting ready for Amber Heard. She said give her like 20 minutes. But she might have to re-download the restream because I don't use StreamYard because it's too complicated for me. I know, you guys. I have issues, but inside of me knows you guys are okay. I worry because if I don't hear from you guys for a couple days, it's like nobody's gonna tell me what the fuck happened to y'all. So it's like I just like knowing you're okay. That's all. But I've already said after a week of not hearing from you, I'm gonna figure out how to get a hold of you and see if you're okay. I'll count down the days. And I will find a way. You guys, I lost my cigarette. Man, it was really cold in here. Oh, yeah, deal with your client. You want to tell us about? Oh, well, no, you can't tell us. I love you guys so much. I don't think you have any idea how much I truly love you guys. And I don't even know you. But maybe I love you because you're the only people that pay attention to me because I lost all my friends because of that wonderful man back there. His name is O'Donnell Trumpo. El Donald El Donaldo Trumpo. Whatever. However they say his name. El Donaldo Trumpo. Yeah. I have no friends because of that guy. So I love you extra. Don't turn into a bunny boiler. Yeah, NDA is a bitch if you want to talk. Yeah. I can't imagine. Well, an NDNA or whatever is how Vince McMahon got in trouble. The non disclosure agreement. Damn. Okay, she's taking a long time. Has it? Oh, oh yeah. Sage. Sage, it's your turn to ask a question. No, Drunken Wizard, it's your turn to ask a question. I can't be very much of a spiritual advisor. Well, of an unspiritual spiritual advisor if you don't ever ask me any questions. Me and my dad decided that's what I would call myself, an unspiritual spiritual advisor. Because, it's like Alice in Wonderland. It's my happy on birthday, happy on spiritual advisor. Man. You know, Drunken Wizard, that is the question for the New Age science that says you can do things like oh, good. I keep forgetting to ask you about your animals, Muddy, but my brain is broken. But I'll remember now. I'm glad your dog is better. And by the way, Drunken Wizard, which one of your wives came up with that question? Because that seems like a female question. That's very. Yeah. But the New Age science would be able to answer that because New Age science knows things that old science doesn't know. Listen, people better donate to my raccoon food fund first before they identify your billionaire ass with money. Listen, help me feed my raccoons. Hmm. Ooh, yeah, that is true. I do say way too many things about myself, don't I? Yeah. You know what, though? Has anybody else been to prison here? I bet you not. But has anybody ever been to prison or jail? I've been to prison and jail, and I have no tattoo to prove it. Does God love Satan? They are friends. They're frenemies. You know, God loves Satan. He loves a person, not the action. He loves a person, not the action, or something. Yes, yes, but I only need be a billionaire so I can feed the raccoons. Damn it, she's taking so long. I've driven by. Oh man. See, when I was in prison, it did not look that easy to get out. I always spend one day in jail. Being arrested isn't that bad if you act right. If you don't act right, then you're all over. You're being arrested as terrible. But who prays for Satan? I never thought about praying for Satan. But the kind of like the whole praying for Satan thing, isn't that like you're on Satan's side or whatever? Well, Ricky, I don't think that counts. That is a good question, though, and she is taking a long ass time. Son of a. All right, let's watch this. Look, everybody. We're going to read in this book where I think God let Satan come down here and he stayed down here. I think this is. We're getting to it. Just know we're going to get to it when we hear the name Jehoshaphat. King Jehoshaphat. We're going to hear we're going to hear the whole thing about the angel that decides he can confuse people and make people lie. And then nothing is ever said about him again. And then later on in the story, actually, the first time is Saul and David, where God puts his evil spirit on Saul to test David, to make David a man. God made Saul evil because he put his evil spirit on Saul. So God has some evil in him, but not anymore because it might have became Satan. Which wasn't even his name in the first place. His original name is Baal. Or Baal, but I think it's Baal.
I forget about God voice.
Okay. There's always a boogeyman. Always. But I think God putting his evil spirit on Saul, he didn't take it back. It just stayed. Because God has to call them back, doesn't he? So if he doesn't, then God's evil is just rolling around here. And it might have became Allah. You never know. But we're going to get there. It's Ahab. When we get to King Ahab and Jehoshaphat, there's Ahab wants to go to war. And so they got to ask all the prophets. And then God asks all the angels who wants to puzzle these mofos. And this one angel's like, sup, yo, I can do it. It's no problem. Here's my plan. And his plan works, and then they never say what happens to that angel ever again. Yeah. We'll get there. I swear. Look, I'm telling you so many things that happen in this Bible that we're not going to get to for like a month. But I guess it's things to look forward to, right? Super things to look forward to. Especially the story of David. That is my favorite fucking story. Oh, Every single story of David. Oh, I love him. David is a man. He's a murderer, a liar, an adulterer. He's a, and God loves him, man. That should say, if you are a nice guy, God loves you, even if you're a jackoff. Because God didn't hold none of David's sins against him, not even a little bit. Man. Okay, let's go to watching Amber Heard. Okay. Hello.
Did it work? Okay, it worked.
More than anything else, which was crazy. Amber, I'm jumping back to the Boston plane incident just for a moment. We had a lot of different texts and a lot of exchange, but I just wanted to point out to you, this text message is from Mr. Depp to you, correct?
Yes, it
And
is.
this is on 5/25, the day after the Boston plane incident?
Which story? Fine. Oh, the one with where they called the prophet bald. Oh, and what happened was I guess I was gonna do this Amber Heard stream with my friend, but she is not coming yet, so I was just gonna start it and hope she showed up. But I want to know what story you're talking about, Drunken Wizard. There's cats outside fucking screaming. I don't know why it's out there screaming. All my cats are in the house. What story is that? Um, what story is that, Drunken Wizard? Man, okay. Oh, yeah, that is the one. Yeah. They were chasing him down the street, calling him a baldy. And then he's like, bears need to eat these kids. And then bears came and ate those kids. I couldn't believe he did that. We were gonna do the Amber Heard thing. Uh, because my friend was supposed to be here and we were gonna watch this. But hold on, is she coming now? No. She is not here now. Yeah, Elisha. But she's not here, so I was gonna do the Amber Heard thing. If y'all wanted to. And I didn't think Elisha was bald until they said that. I assumed he had long hair. All right, good night, Ricky. Yeah. I didn't even realize he was that. He was bald. Man. So do what you want, kid. Yeah, but you guys matter too. But hold on. Hey, love of my life. You're live.
Again, is it on Twitter? Because I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's the last thing I sent you on Twitter.
Okay, let me try again.
It's under the Discord thing.
Okay, no problem.
You see it?
Let me see. I was just on X. I was like, it popped up in my notifications and then it disappeared. And
There
then
you
I
go.
went
I
to
sent it. I sent it again.
our messages. Okay, there it is again. That's crazy. Yeah, no, it's like it's not letting you send me messages. I'm confused. Okay. Go back in our messages. Yeah, it's not letting me. I see the last message you sent was April 12th.
Yeah, and I sent 2 more just now. Hold on. Hold on. Let me refresh and see. Maybe mine didn't send it.
Right, I'm like, it says I have one message, but then I see no message.
Dude, hit the Discord then. And I'll send it to you on Discord. Shit. My X is not working. Wait a minute. Okay, is it on there now?
Let's see. Nope, but I'm gonna go to the Discord.
Okay.
It says that the Discord link is broken. Try
Wait.
to run your stream. I'll just try to get in. Let's see. This is crazy. Let me see if I can see you when if you get my message.
Yeah, I see yours. Now let me try this.
I see you typing.
Did you get it?
No, it just says you're typing.
Oh my god.
I literally can send a screenshot and show you so you don't think I'm crazy.
I don't think you're playing with me, but all right, let's see. Invite server, invite people. Copy. Set this link to never expire. Now, copy. Okay. There, now. Can you see it? Do you see it now?
Girl, no. This is the craziest thing I've ever experienced. I thought I was tripping earlier because I'm like, I saw the link pop up and then I went to the chat and I was like, okay. Are you able to text it to me? Or no, probably not.
Hold on, yeah. I'll text you the Discord link.
Okay.
All right. I'll text you the Discord link. Give me just a second.
Okay, thank you.
I love you.
Love you too.
Bye. Wow. Behind the scenes, how do you guys feel? Oh, man. See what I do for y'all. See how much I love you. Okay. Share invite to Empress. There. There. She's got the link for Discord. And then I'll put the link. No, it's my stream, my restream link because I don't use StreamYard. I use a different thing, and her Twitter's not letting her get messages or links. It's not letting her get links. Oh, look, Empress made it. All right. There you go. There you go. Oh, shit, that's the wrong one. Want to delete this. Delete. Delete. All right. Now, copy invite link. Let's go over here. And there we go. Now, she'll be able to get in and we'll be able to finish doing this, right? Yeah, I hope you guys aren't too mad at me. Don't be too mad at me. Well, she should be showing up and then we can get this party started. Yeah, this is some horrible stuff. Man. At least I'm somewhat put together. I I I know, Feather. Uh, but we can start this in the meantime and wait for her to show up.
That's correct, all right? And he is saying, once again, I find myself in a place of shame and regret. Of course, I am sorry.
Okay. Add to the stream. Where's she at? I'm getting you, Mama. I'm getting you. Okay, where are you at?
I'm coming in 1 sec.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. What's happening? No one knows. Okay, she's here.
I really don't know why or what happened, but I will never do it again. I want to get better for you and for me. I must. My illness somehow crept up and grabbed me. I can't do it again. I can't live like that again. I know you can't either. And I will for both of us, starting today. I love you. Again, I'm so sorry. So sorry. I love you and feel so bad for letting you down. Do you see that? I do. And was that the message that you testified to, that he gave you?
Yes.
All right, now I'm going to jump back to where we left off. We're up in January of 2015. Danish girl, you're filming in London, is that correct?
Yes, that would have been January 2015.
Okay. Now, we heard some testimony from Isaac Baruch earlier about a telephone call that you had with Mr. Depp. Do you recall
Yeah. And she should be popping in voice wise in any second.
that call?
I do.
Can you please tell the jury and remember to tell them what Mr. Depp was saying on that call? And you can give the back, I didn't mean to cut you off on the context, go ahead.
Is it okay to? The nature of the conversation was
Yes.
pleasant. Friendly, fine, normal, and then Johnny stopped making sense with this. Like, he'd start a sentence and then trail off and act confused when I would be confused. And that pattern kind of increased pretty dramatically in a short amount of time. And I was in a hotel room in London speaking to him in Los Angeles, and the phone, what I assumed, cut off. I thought it was a connection issue. And I remember getting out of bed and walking into the bathroom to get something, and I was redialing him. And in the span of that short amount of time we had been disconnected, it was minutes, not even minutes. I called him back thinking the phone had been disconnected, and he answered and he said, how could you tell me that? How could you say that to me? Who the fuck is he? Who the fuck is he? And he asked me that a few times, and I was so confused. I didn't understand what he was talking about. I expressed that to him. He says, who is the guy, the one in New York that you're fucking? And
Elon Musk.
It was such a bizarre conversation because it had already started to feel like he was not making, it was almost as if he was confused by what sentence he had started by the time he got to the end of it.
That happens to me all the time. I don't know why she's hating on him for that. Like that is a real problem.
And then all of a sudden he tells me that I have just told him that I had a boyfriend or a lover in New York, and he's accusing me of having just told him about it, which was crazy to me. Not only was that not accurate, I would never have communicated with him like that.
Hey girl, hey. What are you doing?
Hi, stream. Hi, everybody. I just got the rolling up. I gotta have my you dig.
I did.
I am here though. What part are we on?
Dude, I totally forgot it was Thursday. I'm not even gonna lie. I forgot it was Thursday, and I was telling everybody to Thursday there's a special guest. As a matter of fact, I even said it today. I thought today was Tuesday.
Oh no, it's all good. Thank you for having me. Hello, everybody. I'm not a streamer or a content creator. I'm just somebody who likes to talk.
Yeah. So, have you seen this yet?
I saw it when it originally was airing during that time, but I haven't seen it specific.
Okay. I have no idea where we're at, but she's saying some shit.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes. More or less called him on the phone to do it and then call him back and wonder what the connection issue was. It was just the most bizarre thing. But he was so worked up, incoherent, and accusing me of having had this conversation with him. Eventually, the line drops out, and I spoke to the person who picked up the phone.
Okay. And how did that end?
I no longer spoke to Johnny. I probably can't say what the person told me.
Are we talking about Isaac Baruch?
Yes.
Okay. So without saying what he said, you had a brief conversation with Mr. Baruch, and that was the end of the call?
I did. It was my understanding Johnny was passed
Objection,
out.
hearsay.
Okay.
Sustain.
All right. January 25, 2015, Tokyo. Please tell, it's the premiere of Mordecai, correct? Did you accompany Mr. Depp to Tokyo for the premiere of Mordecai?
I did. When I was,
Please tell the jury about that trip.
well, I had just started to pick out the wedding dress right before that trip. And
Emperor Fox. I never even thought of that before, but Emperor Fox sounds amazing.
plans were moving for
This chat is so much fun.
us to get married shortly after this trip. So we took this trip to promote his movie. I went with him. We got in an argument in the hotel room, and I said, I don't remember what I said to him, but I said something snotty to him that provoked him. It provoked him, and when I walked into the hallway, he grabbed me by the arm and slammed me up against the hallway wall, and I kind of struggled with him, tried to push him off of me, and I managed to get out of his grasp enough to take a few steps, and I kind of curved around and went into the closet.
What is that?
Did she say she did it purposely to provoke him, and then once provoked, now she's like, oh my God.
I'm such a victim. I could see him doing some of this stuff.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But I do like the fact that she's fake taking accountability. She's like, I did it to provoke him, but it's like now you're doubling back.
Yeah. Like, I did this, and for some reason it made him angry, even though I knew it was going to.
And by the time I made it into the closet, he had me by the hair, and what felt like he was just wailing on me, but in a really sloppy way, like hitting the back of my head, and kind of wrestled me down to the floor.
She's saying Johnny Depp fights like a girl.
I mean, it felt to me like I didn't even have a fair shot, because I wasn't facing him or looking at him. I was walking away from him. Or else, I would have at this point even I would have tried to defend myself more, but I didn't. I kind of felt like it didn't see it coming, and he just wrestled me down to the ground. And I remember he was screaming at me. I mean, like really screaming loud.
Okay, this is in a public place. This is in a public place, in a closet. And he's beating her up and screaming at her in a public place.
And what I remember of that is trying to get up and him kind of wrestling me back down, and at one point put his knee on my back. It was kind of like kneeling on my back. Yeah. And I just had this like...
Yuck, she see him as a horse in training, absolutely.
Yeah, it seems like she a lot of women actually get off on being provoking men, and I feel like, I read energy pretty well, as you know, right? Well, at least I think I do. But when I watch this and rewatching it now, the acting, it's one thing to be a victim, and I'm not saying she's not a victim, because you know how I feel about DV and all that stuff, but she's acting. Like the energy, she's just like, yes, she's like a psychopath, but yeah,
Like, I'm sure Johnny did some of this stuff.
for
I'm
sure.
not even going to hold it because I date a man from the Midwest, and the Midwest makes the most serial killers because we have some of the most fucked up menace in the water.
Mm.
And I can see him doing a lot of this, but not this rough.
But she seems like fully provoking. Like, it's not saying again that he didn't start it or he didn't uh agitate her or whatever, but she seems like she created this scenario for a reason, kind of like a couple other people, but we're not on their trials right now. But yeah.
Struggle with him. And I look at him and he's still got his glasses on. I just remember looking at him and thinking that was so.
The carpet.
He just looked like he hadn't been through anything. You know, he still had his glasses on, sunglasses.
And the carpet was still.
And he was
dirty.
screaming at me that he
About
hated
the
me,
carpet.
that it was over, he didn't want to marry me. He was disgusted. He was disgusted. He made this mistake. It was a big mistake. And everyone hated me.
Justin told me that a couple weeks ago. Everybody hated me.
Oh wow.
I was like, I don't even care. I deleted everybody off my Facebook, and he's like, I wasn't talking about them. And I was like, well, the only other people you could be talking about is Green Jelly. And those guys are ass fucks anyway.
Oh, you're welcome.
And
Oh, yeah, Neil is great. Yes. And Turd did give as good as she got. And I believe that is one of the things Johnny said in his text. She gave as good as she got.
Yeah, it was double.
I remember crying.
Yeah. But I can tell it was all brought on by her. Because Johnny's not, I don't know him in real life, but he doesn't have the air of a prima donna. This is prima donna behavior.
On the floor, just,
Yeah.
more than anything, I was heartbroken. I thought maybe he was serious. I thought maybe, God, he doesn't love me. Maybe he really feels this way. It broke my heart. Broke my heart. I wanted to marry him so bad. This is the man I loved, you know. Yes, it was awful at times, but I loved him and what he was
Objection, Your Honor, non-responsive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That wasn't even real.
At that point, she still wanted him. Sitting on that stand, she still wanted Johnny.
Yeah. And look, he's just like, oh God.
Overrun. What he was saying to me hurt. Just as bad as anything else. I just remember that he left me on the closet floor, and as embarrassing as it is to say, I went up to him at some point. I don't know how much time had passed. He was sitting at the piano in the living room of the hotel room that we had.
I'm sorry.
It's so...
What is that face?
I'm sorry. She's like... She has me dying laughing over here. It's crazy.
What is that face, though?
I know it may be hard to understand.
That you're lying?
It's hard for me to hear myself say, but I just wanted it to stop. I wanted things to just be okay. And I just sat next to him on the piano, and I just leaned my head on his shoulder, and of course I was mad. And felt was horrible what he done. But on the other hand, I wanted us to be okay.
It's not even real crying.
It's not that
I could just put this other.
I'm trying not to laugh so bad because it's not funny what she experienced, but the energy that she's given is soap opera at best.
She didn't experience that. That's what I'm saying. Like,
but I'm with you. Where are the tears? And excuse me, and I'm not being racist or anything, but those are white woman tears if I've ever seen them, because there's nothing there. She's just like, feel sorry for me, please. But I really loved him. And other things. So that's what's making me laugh too. And I feel bad. But when women are in relationships and the man clearly either doesn't want them, disrespects them, beats on them, whatever, right? But you sit there and you cry for that because she's like, I want him, and this, then and the third, and eat me. And like I said, sitting on a stand she's still giving energy of even all that shit she said she went through, she would still be with him. That's crazy. That's crazy. She's like, I went and sat by the piano next to him after he beat your ass. Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
I can't say it's not something I wouldn't have done, but she didn't go.
I've been in a situation like that before, and I didn't sit there and say, "Oh, baby." No, I've been in 3 DV situations before, and
no,
after the first one, I start beating niggas up. After that, I don't know if I can say that right here, but I start beating men up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sitting there crying to you. Like, if you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back, and then I'm leaving. Or if you do whatever to me, or you treat me a certain way, I'm not gonna sit. And I'm not, because I know women go through that, and I know. But I'm not one of the women. Okay, and I've been dying to say this is the perfect opportunity. They like to say that women are weak and they're emotional and this and the third, or you can't do this. I'm not a weak. I think that women should take our power back by saying that we are not weak. We won't sit here and be victims or fake victims in situations like DV. You know what I'm saying? Or no, you stand up and say that person did this. This is how it made me feel. Yada da da da. But when I see that, they're always like, "Oh, the women are so meek," and I hate that because I'm like,
I'm always like, I'm not fucking scared of you.
but when it comes to being in front of an officer or a court of law, women put on that "woe is me" or to make people feel sorry. I don't like that, and that's what she's giving right here. And that's what I'm like, I'm not trying to laugh at her or her situation, but the energy she's giving, it's hilarious. It's
not her situation.
You think she read it in a book?
Somebody told her.
That happens as well.
Somebody told her.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, because I want to talk shit too. Don't worry. And we are almost to the part, because we're almost to the part.
Physical stuff in a box, and I just kept going back on how much I love this person.
Yes, Feather, you're absolutely right. Yep. Sure does.
Just put my makeup on and went to the premiere with him and walked the red carpet with him. And I remember in the car checking my phone obsessively for pictures because my dress was backless. Of all times to have a backless dress. And then I was just looking at pictures and I was on the red carpet. It was surreal.
That's how you know it didn't happen.
I was checking for bruises and making sure that nothing, like there would be no marks on me. And we just did this other thing on this red carpet when it was just...
Oh shit, that might be real.
Yeah, he felt it. That's really emotional. He know what he did.
Oh, that might be actually real.
Mm-hmm. But again, we got to go back to the first part. She said, I provoked him. I did what I did to provoke him. You have them keywords matter. So all those tears, that's cool. But you thought it out because you said, I did it to provoke him. So that was a choice, knowing the response. My mom always used to tell me, if you big enough to hit or you big enough to start some with somebody, you big enough to receive the energy. So if you
Yep.
big enough to say, yeah, I did it to provoke him, then if he smacked you through you, because you can say, oh, a man shouldn't hit a woman, but if you seek to provoke another person, you can't decide what how that person's gonna respond to you.
You, if you're gonna piss the monster off, you better be big enough to say, I am not fucking scared of you. And that's what I used to do. I'm not fucking scared of you. I'm scared of the dark in the basement.
Talk that talk. Talk that talk, sis.
She is obsessed with carpet.
It's not like that. It's embarrassing. You know, it's hard to. I'm sure it's hard to.
Objection, Your Honor, non-responsive.
I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
I'm going to take you to February, the next month, 2015, to your wedding. Can
What
you
is
please
that
tell the
thing?
jury about your wedding?
Okay. Get comfy, Empress. We're gonna hear all about the cuddle puddle.
The cuddle puddle. This is
I think this is where the cuddle puddle comes in. Find out all about the cuddle puddle.
So we get married in Los Angeles.
Pause. I'm sorry. Pause. So after the red carpet and after all this, she stayed, and then they still got married.
Yep.
Okay.
Get
Maybe
the
she
sense
just
that
I'm sorry.
Man, this is crazy. I need a mega pint of liquor.
we were just, it was wedding, running around Los Angeles. I was getting married that day, and I remember running around I went to therapy,
Therapy the day you got married? You went to therapy the day you got married.
And a cuddle puddle is when everybody takes ecstasy and they all get all lovey together and stuff.
And Johnny and
I think it's an orgy without the orgy.
met at the penthouses downtown, and I wore a white dress and a veil and bobby pinned in my hair. And I walked out of that penthouse. I met with Johnny in the hallway, and I thought he looked so handsome, and he seemed happy, and I felt that we were making the right decision. I was so looking forward to having this. I thought we'd get married and we'd have stability, safety. So we get in the car, we get into actually Johnny's car, and for the second time since I've known Johnny, he drove drove us in his truck. It was weird being in the car with him alone. We didn't have that. And we drove to his mom's house, and a justice of the peace arrived, looking kind of surprised. And she married us in the living room of his mother's house, Betty Sue, with our families together. My best friend, my mom, his mom. We ate food with the kids. They were there. And we had a wonderful evening, and then got up and got on the plane either the next morning or the day after, and flew to Johnny's Island and we had what we had planned for the better, we had planned for the better part of a year or so, maybe 8 months, for this 3-day wedding on his island with our close friends, about 12 people, maybe 15 people. And we had these little houses built, like not tents, but not houses, these little, for the guests. We had them built and designed on the island, and we had people come out, and it was magic. I was marrying
Delusional.
the love of my life. It was complicated, but I thought it was the love of my life. And we had our friends and family out, and we had this 3-day event. The first night of which was supposed to be he and I separate, with our relative party. So me with the bridal party and him with his fellas. The bridal party, we had planned to do a cuddle puddle, have mushrooms and drink wine, and have our own girl party separate. And then the next day have the wedding festivities. We were going to be married around sunset, and on this beach, not the beach that Johnny had named for me, although I think we originally planned on having the ceremony on that beach, but it was changed at some point to the other beach. And we walked down the beach aisle, and said our vows, and the sunset behind us, and we took pictures with our family.
She said, we said our vowels.
No, she said, not that we walked down the aisle, the beach aisle.
And said our vowels.
Not vowels, like E-I-O-U. What she seems is obsessed with him. She seems obsessed with Johnny. I know it was complicated, but I was so in love with him. Are we in high school?
Wait till you hear about her friends. See, you didn't watch us with us from the beginning, but she's working for her friends to try to kill him. Allegedly.
The man that she loves and wants to marry on the beach. And not the beach that he named after me. The other beach. Wowzers.
Family, and we shot the bird, meaning the middle finger, up at the paparazzi helicopter circling, or plane circling around us while we were on the altar. And we danced and celebrated. And then I left the island because I had to go work.
Hey, when you say you left the island, you had to go to work, what were you working on that required that?
I was filming The Danish Girl in London, which is the film that I had been in London for in January when Johnny was hallucinating on the phone with me. I was there doing kind of prep work for that film.
And what, if any, film was Mr. Depp going to at that point?
Well, the plan, why we did the wedding when we did it, is because he had always had this commitment to do Pirates 5. And he was going to shoot that in Australia, and I was going to shoot The Danish Girl. And I started The Danish Girl in early February, and he was going to fly out mid-February to Australia. So his movie was going to take the majority of the year, meaning until August. So maybe longer. So the plan was to do it when we did it, so that we didn't have to wait until the fall of the following year. So shortly after I left, Johnny returned to Los Angeles and then flew from Los Angeles on to Australia to shoot Pirates 5, excuse me.
Okay. And what was the plan for you when you finished with Danish Girl?
The plan was always for me to wrap on my movie and then come and join him in Australia, where he was filming P5, Pirates 5.
Okay, and when approximately was that?
That was March 3rd.
March.
You're muted.
Okay, now we're getting into the fun stuff. This is where it all goes off the rails.
Okay.
March 3rd that you wrapped, that you finished with Danish Girl?
I believe, I can't recall the exact date, but I believe it was around that time, yes.
Okay, and then tell the jury, where did you fly to get to Australia? How long of a turnaround was it for you to get to Australia?
It was about 24-hour, I think it's about 24 hours. I could be mistaken on the exact amount of time, but I remember it's quite a distance from London. I was filming in London, he was filming in Australia. Effectively, you have to fly 12 hours, stop, get on a different plane and fly, I think, around the same amount of time, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so when you arrived, before you finished wrapping with Danish Girl and were heading out shortly before, what, if any, communications did you and Mr. Depp have?
Well, at first it was great. Even though we were separate, it was so hard to, it was so hard to leave, leave right after you get married, especially considering that in Johnny and I's relationship, it was always so much worse when I went away to work. It just, that's when problems started.
Could it be because you're sleeping with all of the all the lead male roles? You sleep with all of them.
Ooh, see.
Just wait, it gets better.
So that was hard, but we communicated pretty consistently and it was positive until it started to change. And I got the sense that he thought I
Muted.
It's because she thinks she's too famous, Feather. She's too famous to pay for her dogs.
was sleeping with the director, and then it was with the actor I was filming with.
Who was the actor you were filming with?
Eddie Redmayne.
Okay.
Of course, I was not that it mattered, but I could do my best to field the accusations and then they would kind of subside and I thought things were okay. And one day right before I'm supposed to fly to Australia, he I think it was the night before I was supposed to leave to go to Australia, he calls my hotel room, apparently. I had a sense that the phone was ringing. I think I was in the shower at the time, but not much time had passed and I get a knock on the door and it was someone from the hotel that I was staying at. The hotel staff had been sent up to the room because Johnny...
Objection calls for hearsay and speculation.
I'll sustain the objection.
So don't tell what the staff said. What happened next?
Then I start communicating with Johnny.
And when you say start...
And the fucked up thing is the guys that she's sleeping with, Elon Musk and Johnny Depp, are the only two with any name clout.
Mm. Wait, Amber was with Elon Musk before?
Yeah, she was the woman that gave him the black eye.
Gave Elon Musk a black eye?
Yep, and Johnny Depp a black eye. And her wife.
I missed some. I missed some things. We can continue, but I missed some wowzers.
I know. We could start this over from the beginning of Amber's if you want to.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Was he on the phone? Did you call?
And chat, you can fill her in also. because you guys know a lot of stuff. Feather filling it.
Tell him what happened here.
He called the room and then my cell phone, and then once I was on the cell phone, he was accusing me of not being in my room, so he called the room, and I had to prove that I was in the room because, I don't know, by answering the phone. And we had a lengthy kind of circular conversation about where I was and why I didn't answer the phone, immediately. He didn't sound like he was connected to reality. It just didn't seem like, to me, it seemed like a previous pattern. I was unsure what to make of it because he wasn't right in front of me, but he was accusing me of what it seemed like is having, I guess, an affair or a reason to not be in the room that I got a sense from him was, cheating or, that I was hiding something and why I wasn't answering the phone, and hence why I got the knock on the door. That was right before I left.
So before you headed to Australia, what, if any, requests did you make of Mr. Depp for him to get you MDMA?
That's ridiculous.
Why is that ridiculous?
Because I would never, since that time, I learned my lesson the hard way.
She is the biggest liar, bro. You want to talk about human behavior and patterns? You were fine just talking. As soon as they talk about drugs, you're like, me?
I would never. But she just said for her wedding they were getting mushrooms.
She said she does shrooms. She doesn't do, MDMA.
Yeah, that's me. Like, oh, I did cocaine.
I totally don't believe.
I did cocaine, but I swear to God, I never smoked crack. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Look.
On the plane to Russia, I would never do MDMA with him. That's,
Johnny,
I'm asking for a problem in that case. Like that, I would never do that.
Okay. So you flew to Australia and met with Mr. Depp, right? And I'm going to, can we pull up Defendants 1809? And Your Honor, these are some of the pictures that Mr. King, you may recall, was testifying earlier.
And I could totally see her not wanting to do MDMA with Johnny. But only because I have adverse side effects to MDMA also. That shit makes me so fucking angry. Like, you don't want to be near me if I'm taking ecstasy.
Said he had on his phone,
Okay.
and then those were given, so.
So I don't have these, is what you're saying. Okay, that's fine. 1809.
Correct.
Wait, sorry.
I'm just going to show you a few pictures. Amber, do you recognize, and I realize you didn't take this photo. I'm going to move the admission of it, though, Your Honor.
Any objection to 1809?
No, thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right, 1809 in evidence, you can publish.
And let me pass one up and give one to the other side. We tried to, given the strangeness of this. Yeah,
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Did you just see what that woman in the back did, Camille?
Mm-mm.
Hold on, watch. Sorry. I don't know why I noticed this. Okay. Okay, look. Now her cleavage is kind of covered up.
Mm-hmm.
Amber, do you recognize, and I realize you didn't take this photo. I'm going to move the admission of it, though, Your Honor.
Any objection to 1809?
No, thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right, 1809 in evidence, you can publish.
Damn, now she's not doing that.
Pass one up and give one to the other side. We tried to,
Okay, here it comes.
given the strangeness of this.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Mhm.
Did you see that? She's like, you know what? You're not looking at my boobs.
Mm-hmm. She has an adjusted herself.
I appreciate
Hold on,
it.
there's a cat.
Amber, do you recognize this photo?
I do.
And could you tell the jury what this is?
That is the driveway leading up to the house that Johnny was renting while shooting Pirates 5.
Okay. And then I'm going to try to make this a little faster, and I'm going to go 1810.
Ms. Bretterhoff, if you have a series of photos, if you want to
Yes.
show council what they are, maybe we can get them in it all together, and then you could just
Yes,
go on with your questions.
yes, in fact. And these are all, I will represent, ones that we got from Mr. King.
All right, if you want to take a look at them.
And Your Honor, if I may just approach, I'll give you the whole stack.
Okay,
too.
that's fine.
You can keep that up if you want. By the way, Amber, do you see those kangaroos in there?
When I was pulling up to the house, I saw kangaroos as well.
This was a pretty big driveway.
It was a pretty
I don't have any
ice.
objection, sorry.
No objection to any of them?
I don't believe so, Your
But
Honor.
but make sure you look through them all, too. I just want to make sure, because
Thank
I'll
you.
go ahead and read them into the record once you have looked through them all. And then,
Even the judge is like, these lawyers are so snaky. Make sure you go through all of them.
Mhm.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've reviewed them. I have no objection to any of these photographs.
so we'll enter into evidence defendants 1804, 1805, 1806, 1807, 1808, 1810, 1811, 1812, 1814,
Does
1815,
anybody want to hit this joint with me?
1816,
Want to hit this
1817,
joint?
1819, 1820, 1821, 1825, 1827, 1828, 1829, 1830, 1831, 1834, 1835, 1837,
So-
1838, 1839, 1840, 1841.
Is that a
and
Rolodex
1842.
of evidence?
Did I get them all?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I want to make sure more than believe, so we agree that's all in evidence? Okay, they're all in evidence. So as long as you're just going to be referencing those photos, we'll keep it on
We're
before
going
you
to keep it
publish
moving.
them.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate it. Okay. Whose home was this in Australia?
It was I think like a well-known sportsman, racing cars or something of that nature.
Okay. Let's, Michelle, if you can pull up 1810. Is this another picture from that home?
Yes, that looks like it's the view from the bathroom.
Okay. And then let's go, Michelle, if you can pull up 1811. Is that a picture of the home?
That's the house, yes.
Okay. And let's go to 1812. And that's,
That's the view from the living room. It opened into a lagoon.
okay. And then let's look at 1813. This is inside the house?
Yes.
Okay. And if you can look to the back here where I've got I'm making some, what if anything is that back there?
That's the kitchen.
Okay, and this is the dining room, and this is on the main level?
What we're looking at is the dining room table on the main level with the kitchen in the background.
Okay. Thank you. Now, I'm going to ask you to take this jury through your experience, what happened in Australia once you arrived there.
All right, let's get into the part.
Well, I was nervous because of the conversations that I had with him before I left. And then
Well, we know why that carpet's so dirty.
in transit, I stopped in Dubai and spoke to him too. So I was a little nervous, but he indicated that he wanted me to come. He said, I miss my wife at the end of the phone call that we had in the airport. I called him from Dubai. And
He was talking about his ex-wife.
he said, I miss my wife. I felt okay, safe to, it's good. And I missed him so much, that's all I wanted to do is see my new husband. I flew in, I arrived early. I walked into the bedroom. I was so excited to see him. And he was so, like, he had lost a ton of weight. So I just knew something was up. And he kind of quickly, kissed me and kind of, we had some interaction. It was brief. He was leaving to go work. He had to work that day. But then after the plan was he would come back, which he did in the evening, and then he was supposed to have a 3-day weekend, a long weekend. So he comes back that evening, and the chef had kind of prepared some things.
Yeah, Neil, that's kind of why we're watching it, to talk some shit. So feel free to talk in the chat. Neil, please chat in the chat. And Red Feather, quit it. Quit
I
it.
sent you a message on the
For
back
the
end.
fridge, mashed
Okay, I see it.
potatoes, I think spinach as well. There's some steaks in the fridge, but he had kind of
Okay.
prepped some of the.
So, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm on 8%, and so I don't want it to just like cut off in the middle. So
Okay. Well, I love you. Thanks
I
for
love you
joining.
too. Thank you for having me, Nikki. Thank you. Thank your chat for being so welcoming as well.
Yeah, this is the best chat on the internet.
Hey, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
it. I love it. And if you have another day and you're still going over this trial, I know this trial was like a little, so just let me know, and I'd love to come back on.
Hey, we could probably do it Sunday or whatever. Charge your
It would be good.
computer. I can't believe you're on your phone and not your computer.
Bro, listen, my computer is in the other room where someone's playing 2K very loudly, and I just was not unplugging. I've been working all day, and I work from my deck computer, and there's no way I can sit in front of it any longer.
Understood. Okay, well, Sunday.
And I'm not a streamer, so I don't have a fucking setup and shit like that,
It's
so.
fine. It's fine. We were working on it, but I know you got other shit you got to do.
Yeah,
But you learn how to make like a cartoon out of your graphic arts, or how to turn my Biblay. I could do some Biblay reading and you can make it a graphics art thing and we can collaborate.
That'd be pretty cool. I do that a lot.
You got,
hey guys, love you guys. Thank
I
you.
love you too. Hey,
Right.
are you hanging up? I don't know how to hang up.
Yes, I'm hanging it up. Yes.
All right, I love you.
All right, love you too, mama.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Say bye, chat. You guys already said bye. You're amazing. Anyway, now let me know what you guys want to do now that we're like 2 hours into this. And, well, I don't know where you guys are at in life. So we can do this again Sunday. What'd you guys think of Empress? She's real shy. I was trying to get her to be a streamer, but she didn't like it. I'm going to play this until everybody figures out what they want to do.
The sides. And I was looking forward to having this kind of, our style at home date. We've just been, we're a new married couple. We hadn't seen each other for basically a month after getting married. And I
like her too.
start dinner and am happy to see him. And at some point early in that evening, he pulls out a bag of MDMA. I asked him what it was, and he told me it was MDMA.
Oh, duh.
And I was surprised because at the time, that was, there was no question mark as to how I would respond to that, or so I thought. It's like, why would you even think that that's okay? He'd already gotten clean and sober. I was,
Choice.
touch and go, but for the wedding, he was drinking Beck's. I think at some point he did have wine on the island, but it wasn't an issue, right? Just moved ahead. So I was surprised that he would even pull out this bag and, well, frankly, not hide it from me. And he kind of seemed to suggest that we should do it together. And I was like, absolutely not. Like, I just got here. I want to see you. I want to spend time with you. It was the exact...
A long ass fucking time. A long ass time. Like 3 hours. Oh, this has to be the part that I was waiting for. So, what do you want to do? Because I took my pills and I've only got to do silverware of my dishes. A mega bag of pills. A mega bag of ecstasy. I don't even know how you can get a mega bag of ecstasy. But MDMA is her drug of choice, so of course he's gonna have it. But I have to tell you, I don't like that being surprised with drugs and then people wanting to have sex immediately after getting drugs. It's like, let's do it. It's like, no, I don't want to. But no. Yeah. But we can you gotta go to bed, lady. You have kids. You should have been in bed. No, we can sit and hang out for like 5 minutes. But we're not gonna watch any more of that because but then we'll get dragged in. It is really weird, isn't it? It's like, can't we do drugs or just do drugs? Like, I don't know. But I don't like that immediately getting drugs and having to do it. Hey, Neil, you're leaving? No. Okay, good night, sweet dreams. Give the pillow some head and the sheets some ass. And have these sweetest dreams ever. Yeah. It is not midnight yet. You're absolutely right. We got 10 minutes. What can we talk about for 10 minutes? Today, we talked about drugs and doing it. Yesterday, we talked about battery operated boyfriends. What else is there to talk about? I know. Listen, me and my dad were having a conversation. Actually, I was having a conversation, and my dad just happened to be listening because I was talking to him. And I wonder, caveman, like, because they ate a lot of meat, did they have big poops or did they have little ones? Like, because they ate mammoths and shit. So I wondered that for no apparent reason. This is what my medication does to me. It makes me think about strange things for no real reason. Do you want to talk about 5 minutes of caveman poops? Because I seriously wondered that. Because again, my medicine makes me think of weird things. You know, that's why my medicine rocks. Nobody down for that. My family thinks of things like that. Probably because who the fuck thinks of that? But I really wonder because they ate a lot of meat. So it's like, oh, so you think they. See, I thought they had little rabbit poops too because they ate a lot of vegetables and bugs and shit. Like, they had rabbit poops. I don't know. But I thought that, but my dad said no because they had woolly mammoths and shit. They had mammoths and very large lizards that may or may not be dinosaurs. But they were very large lizards because we started out very small people. So what we think are dinosaurs may have been just large lizards to them. I don't know. Actually, no, they would have been dinosaurs to the tiny people. Never mind. I take back what I said. I didn't think that one through. But we were tiny people at first. The Cruise. No, I don't watch TV. I watch a lot of true crime and Juggalo videos and Juggalo wrestling. I watch a lot of Juggalo wrestling. I should ask them if I can watch this stuff on a live stream. Ooh, Nicolas Cage is a pretty good actor. He makes everything schizophrenic. I can imagine. Oh, and Nicolas Cage is one of the new Marvel heroes or something. I think he's Silver Surfer, maybe. But he's one of the new Marvel guys, Nicolas Cage. So whatever character he plays is gonna be super schizophrenic, and that's gonna be amazing. He's gonna talk like this. Yeah, everything's crazy. Does he totally skits out as the dad? I'm gonna watch it. What's it called? Cruise. Okay. Oh, this came out in 2020. Oh, 2013 is the first one. Okay. Ooh, oh, so it's a super funny shit. Oh, that's even better. I'm gonna ask Dustin if he wants to watch it. Oh man. I'm gonna ask Dustin. I'm gonna be like, we need to watch this. Neil, have you ever seen it? Oh, it's like the Despicable Me, only better. There's so many of those. You must be getting super sleepy. Well, it's all right. It's 4 minutes to midnight, and Neil is falling asleep at his computer. I can see him. I can see you with my one bad eye. I can see you. I'm mostly just kidding. I can only see your shadow. Wouldn't that be weird if I could do that? I can't do that. But that, I mean, that would kind of be cool. But anyway, it's getting that time. And I'm going to eat what is it called? Popsicle. Yeah. I'm going to eat a popsicle. And then I'm going to go give my pillow some head. Oh, wait. You guys got to give your pillow some head and your sheet some ass first. Have the sweetest dreams ever. Good night, Red. I love you so much. Neil, give your pillow some head and your sheet some ass and have the sweetest dreams ever. Dream of awesome shit. I love you guys so much. Good night. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. What is that? Good night. Good night. Alvita, say good night. Right. Isn't that how that goes? Good night. Good night. Alvita, say good night. Something. I think that's how that goes. I don't know. It's great. I love you. Bye.